right, Fantasia Fest, film number 6. This time we're going all the way over to Taiwan for The Haunted Mountain, The Yellow Taboo. That translation seems kind of off to me. But okay, sure. The Yellow Taboo. This is about a group of friends that are hiking. They come across some yellow, like,
they're like
fabric.
Yeah, it's sort of like a prayer cloth or something. I don't really know, but yeah, it's like blocking off a portion of the trail.
They decide to push beyond it, see what's going on the other side, and they disturb a ritual that is currently being done. And they screw up the ritual, and that has dire consequences.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what kind of movie this is until our review is a little bit more, said of like our thoughts on it and whatnot, just because I want you to experience that for yourself in case you're somebody who wants to avoid those types of plot spoilers. But if you're not sold, then we will tell you what the kind of film it is more closer to the end of the review. Okay. So with these screeners, not only is there a watermark that is really, really distracting and huge and like right on, like this one was at the top. Other ones have been right across the middle, but this was the biggest one. This one was massive, and it was right across the whole top of the screen. It's hard to ignore. But besides that, there's also our subtitles. And not only did it have the foreign subtitles on there as well, but the English subtitles were much smaller underneath the big, thick... I'm sorry, I don't know.
I think it was Chinese subtitles.
Well, Chinese. Isn't Mandarin the language of China?
Sorry.
Whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever language it was, the writing for it up top was huge. And then the English was tiny. And it was also so fucking fast.
It was really quick.
It was very fast. There was literally one scene where there was like 3 pieces, like 3 different subtitles in 1 second. And I'm not exaggerating on 1 second.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was trying to read them as fast as I could.
They were really quick.
I do want to point that out as a problem, because I was finding myself a tad lost at times. But in the end, I figured it all out. Just kind of by piecing everything together and talking to Kaylee. Thank God that we're at home and not in a theater, because I would have been like, what the fuck is going on in the theater, and people would have been like, shut the fuck up. But overall, I actually quite liked it in the end. I just did find myself quite confused, which was kind of hampering my enjoyment level for some of it. But I don't know, like, the very end for me, I like it. I don't know. Overall, I do enjoy this movie. What'd you think?
Yeah, overall, I think I had a pretty good time with it. I like the story. I like the location and everything, and I thought our main character was pretty compelling. Mm-hmm. And it's like a very nightmare situation to be in. And it's a good ghost story. Like, I feel like, we don't get a ton of just like ghost story horror movies, and I think this one's pretty solid.
The acting is really good.
Yeah.
That's one credit this film has for me, for sure. I think our two, like pretty much everybody, but we follow 2 characters primarily, and I think they're both excellent in the movie. So that absolutely helped. And as far as the effects go on our haunted imagery, I was so on them. A lot of CG is used, and it's not very good CG. So that was a bit distracting. And between that and kind of being confused, mostly because of, I think, quick, small subtitles and a distracting big banner across the screen, I think that if the subtitles would have stayed on the screen longer, would have been bigger for me to read, and there wasn't a lot of distraction going on, I probably would have followed this film a little better, and I'd probably be even higher on it. I don't think I'd love this film, but I did like it a good bit. And in the end, when it all kind of came together and we started to get little bits of reveals, and I was like, oh, that's fucked up. And like, oh, okay. Like, and then there's like a post-credit sequence that totally changes the film.
Yeah.
And I never know how to feel about those. We had that happen with another film in the last year or so. I'm trying to remember what movie it was.
Yeah, it's interesting to like, because it's like the real ending of the movie.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people will.
To be fair, it's only like
it isn't
10 seconds after the like directed by or
it's
whatever.
just interesting because the directed by makes it feel like that's
it's over.
The end.
You could get up and leave, and
Yeah.
no,
definitely not. Yeah, I like the ending. I mean, like it's just interesting, like that we've noticed movies doing that where they put like their true ending at the like after the credits or something.
I don't like it. I don't think you should do that. I don't think post-credit scenes should be anything but either teases for the next movie or jokes, gags, nothing
the only reason,
that's absolutely necessary to the plot.
Yeah, because a lot of people do leave, obviously during the
I don't
credits.
think you could get out of the theater, but if you're at home,
but
you could immediately turn the TV off as soon as it hit that part and miss the total ending.
This one's really a very quick like cut.
Yeah.
But I like the ending overall. I think it makes sense, and I don't know, it worked for me. Like, I think it ends in a very satisfying way. It's still pretty tragic, honestly.
Yes.
But it is satisfying, and I think things are, concluded properly. So.
Yeah, I do like that we kind of have two endings, so to speak, here. And I can't really say much more because then we'll get into spoiler territory. But for those of you who want to know what kind of movie this is where I'll tell you this part. It's not a massive spoiler or anything. It's just the type of movie it is in addition to being a ghost movie. So if you don't want to know anything more, you can turn it off now. But if you are still somebody that's like, I want to know more, here it is. It's a time loop movie, which I had no idea about going into it, and it's a very serious film. There's probably zero comedy in the film at all. It's a drama horror, straightforward, no nonsense kind of film, and we've watched quite a few like silly films in a row now.
Yeah.
Or exaggerated, over the top, absurd films, and this one was much more serious tone, very straightforward, nothing abstract, but I would probably say it was as far as like time loop movies that this would be like, Happy Death Day but without the comedy is kind of close-ish.
Yeah.
It's probably the closest one.
Yeah, but without any comedy. There's like no comedy at all in
None.
this film. It's very serious.
That's why I said that first.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want people to think that this had comedy.
But yeah,
It's
like a
God, no, it
character,
has none.
repeatedly living a day where a death is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I dug it.
Yeah.
I dug it. I think that if you're into Asian movies, you like ghostly films in the woods and time loop movies, stick around for that ending, that real ending.
Definitely.
And tragic stuff, then this is a good one.
For sure.
So that's that. And we'll see you in the next one. Plenty more to come.
Bye.
Adios.